Welcome to Words and Music Recommendations with me, Susie B.
Me, Pete.
And why are you laughing?
Because you welcome to Words and Music.
I'm
so
tired.
enthusiastic.
No, I'm just really
It's
tired.
like you can't be bothered to talk to our lovely people who listen in every week.
No.
And we're so grateful to you.
The
two that listen, David and Bernie.
No, I'm just really tired. I was
You're
just
tired of
nodding
doing
off.
this show, aren't you?
No,
Tell the truth.
I was just nodding off just now, and then you said, "Come and do the show," and I thought, my nap will have to wait.
We have to keep our listeners happy.
I know. But I was just nodding
only
off.
two people that like us.
I know, but I was nodding off. They're disturbing my nap time.
Right. So, what are we going to talk about?
Well, we've had an interesting week.
Yes,
we have. We've had fun with the cat.
Yes, I had to go to the vet yesterday just for a little checkup.
Yeah, that was funny.
New regulations for worm and flea treatment.
Yeah, they have to. They usually just dish out the
willy-nilly.
Well, I don't know what they are.
It's like a gel. It's a jelly,
it's not an injection, but it's like an injection.
It's an injection with no needle. It's like like the injection without a needle, and you put it on her neck and you push it, and it squirts out this horrible sticky liquid which she doesn't like. So we end up with lots of scratches.
Yeah.
And it's due to be done very soon.
Neither of us want to really chase her around to do it. It's bad enough chasing her around to get her engaged.
We don't like upsetting her because she's had enough trouble in her life. And but we ought to do it, even though she's an indoor cat.
Yes.
So it's not quite as important. But I do believe another reason they wanted to see her this time is they were checking for bird flu.
Yeah, they were asking all sorts, like, has she got a cough? Has she been sneezing? And has she had a bad tummy? And has she been sick? I thought, that's unusual. That's interesting.
Mum's not been too well. Mum got bird flu. But I think
we can't take her to the vet.
Luckily, she's an indoor cat, so she's not really going to get any of that, hopefully.
No, but we did have some fun afterwards. That's when the fun.
Well, she jumped out of her carrier because we opened it to let her have, so I don't like locking her in
the car.
I don't like shutting her in. I think she was shut in before in her previous life, so to speak.
That's what they say. Yeah.
And she jumped out and got under my seat. Even I wasn't driving at the time.
No, we decided to take her shopping with us, didn't we?
Yeah, just to the local shop. It's only a couple of minutes around the corner.
But
you carry on.
Luna decided to get into Pete's driver's seat while he was in the shop and sort of dig herself in and roll all over, didn't she? Wouldn't come out. And
then she jumped under to yours, and I tried to get her. And
then she jumped in my arms, didn't she? She didn't want to go back in the carrier.
Sat in your arms all the way home.
So Pete drove with her really carefully, didn't you? She was quite happy in my arms, looking out the window at all the kids going home because it was school time. When the kids were coming home, and then we had more fun with her because Pete got out and shut the door, and as he shut the door, she saw that he shut the door, and that was it. She was gone back under his seat, and then
I had to try and get him out. She tried to bite me twice.
She just wouldn't come out.
She's never really bitten like aggressive.
No, she just doesn't want to come out.
It's more like a play.
Like, go away, leave me alone. And then he managed to get hold of her, and then
she was happy in my arms. And then she got into the garden,
and that was it. She was gone.
Shot into the house.
So. Then she was gone. Funny. Yeah. So what else we've done this week?
We'll have a couple of songs because we always tend to talk too much before music. So we're going to go with Bus Stop the Hollies because that's
it's one of them things over there.
We got one of those things that you put in the sun with a solar panel thing on, and it moves side to side.
And it's very annoying.
But it's got like a ticky clock, and I could hear this ticking, so that's quite annoying.
Okay. So
anyway, so Dear Lord, Thin Lizzy, the next one.
Yeah.
And the third one is one of the classics, Fleetwood Mac and Dreams.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. The stuff going across the top this week is...
The first bit will be what we did, Broadway.
We're doing Broadway.
We're going to do Broadway.
Are you sure this is the order that you're doing them in?
The Broadway will be the first, what you're watching as we're rapporting on about rubbish.
We took a stroll down Broadway, didn't we?
Yes, on the way back from somewhere. Where did we go? I can't remember.
Shop to get rid of your parcel.
I had to send a parcel off, and it was another annoyance, I must add. It's if you're getting returns from one of these online shops, the main online shop, which is killing every little tiny shop off.
That's named after the ladies in the Rainforest.
The Amazon Warriors shop, their shop.
Yeah.
You get a stupid little, one of these QR codes, which you have to take into the shop and scan.
You carry on with that minute, because I've got to go get rid of that ticking. It's driving me.
I know, it's driving me mad. Now, I know it's handy if somebody hasn't got a printer, you can take it in and they'll do it for you. But what the lady said to this same as what I said is you get packaging with these parcels, which I normally put the parcel back in the same packaging and resend it back, which is recycling. Now, the parcel comes in the packaging most of the time, and then you take it to the post office and they got to use their own packaging because they can't use your packaging because it's their thing they do. So it's double packaging and it's a total waste. But also another big annoyance I've got, occasionally we've ordered something from that shop and it's come with no box and they just stuck a label on the box that it comes in. Like my coffee maker, for instance, that had free coffee in. All they did was stick a label on the actual box of the product. So anybody could have stolen what was inside it. And that's frustrating because bad enough stuff goes missing all the time now. But doing it that way, I know it's to save packaging, but sometimes I think that's a bigger risk, isn't it? I think, it's not good.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, yeah. I was just listening.
No, anyway, that's why we was at Broadway. We stopped off at Broadway.
Yes.
The thing is, it's only 10 to 15 minutes away.
We drive through there all the time. We just never bother
stopped. Really stopped. It's a beautiful place to go. There's some lovely sort of buildings, and
but we sort of been to the churches there, and we've been sort of around the outskirts and all, don't we?
Unfortunately, again, it's parking. There's only a couple of car parks, and there's a bit of a walk. If you've got problems with your legs and walking, then you have a bit of a problem because you can park in the town, but it's another one again. There's about half a dozen spaces, and they're always
you'd have to
gone.
Get there early,
you'd never get there. Like Broughton on the Water, you want to get parking in the town centre, you've got to get there very early.
Yes,
and that's getting to be a problem. Can I just say what interesting thing? The other week you saw Bilberry.
Yes,
on
Bilberry.
There. Yeah. The same thing that's happened here that actually Bernie told me about. Broughton on the Water's banned coaches. Apparently, Bilberry are now planning on banning coaches in their town because it's causing no end of trouble. And apparently, there's been a couple of fights.
Didn't they have about 50 odd?
50 a day or something. They reckon. I mean, every time we've driven through there, we've tried to stop and we can never park because it's impossible. There's never any parking, and there's always a lot of coaches there.
Yeah, there've been some 50
but apparently some of the locals have had a few run-ins with some of the tourists because they've been taking their spaces. Obviously, because if you've got your house and you park outside, they've been taken, and also because it's quite narrow in places. You park too close. I wouldn't want to do it because you're risking getting your car trashed, or hit. And it's been causing so much trouble. They're now talking about banning coaches.
Yep.
So that's going to be another little one of our villages. It's probably ruined by tourists anyway. But now they're going to stop coaches again. So this is starting to become a major problem. Maybe they should do what Venice has done. They're charging people, aren't they, to go in?
Yeah.
Which is a good idea because then it helps with the upkeep. Maybe they should say, to come through, if you're not living here and you're a tourist, you've got to pay a small fee to come. I don't know if that would work. I know people don't like paying to go places, do they? It's an annoyance when you've got to pay for parking anyway, which is quite expensive.
Okay.
But, I don't know. What do you think about this? What would you say is the options? Because obviously people want to come to the Cotswolds.
Are you talking to me or them?
No, I'm talking to them.
Okay.
And you as well.
Oh, no, I don't have an opinion. No, sorry.
No, well, you live here, so you don't need to know, do you?
Nah. I just go back to sleep. Good night.
Like David and Bernie and anybody else that's listening, they do come to the Cotswolds because they like the Cotswolds. And if you can't come in, if you want to come in on a coach, because Bernie takes a lot of coach trips, but say you wanted to come here and they say, oh, you can't come to Broughton, you can't come to Bilberry, you can't come to this and that because we're banning coaches. What's going to happen there? What's people's thoughts of it? Because it'd be quite awkward, really, wouldn't it? You'd have to get a coach to a town that's accepting them, then maybe a taxi or a bus in, and then sometimes you haven't got a lot of time, have you, in your coach trip? You might only have an hour in each town. It's becoming a bit of a problem, I think, with parking and, I don't know what the option is. I honestly wouldn't know. Build more car parks maybe instead of keep building all the houses. Maybe, I don't know, but I think it's a shame because it's going to lose a lot of trade because people can't come in, they just go somewhere else, wouldn't they? Which is a pity.
Yep. Okay, so also in the pictures this week is Great Brissenden.
Yes.
We went to.
Yes.
Which is an interesting church.
Yeah, lovely church.
Which I filmed and my microphone ran out.
Yes, you filmed, but
I was wrapping it away in the
you forgot to charge your microphone.
I know.
And so you can hear a lot of rustling like there's a mouse.
I'm going to take the sound out and I will redo that. So
You'll talk over it, won't you?
I will sprung out for that.
And don't worry, I shall put subtitles up on the video when Susan talks over it.
Actually, funny enough, I had a bit of an incident with the Broadway video, didn't I, as well?
Yes. What did you do at Broadway?
Well, me, my mind sort of goes a million miles an hour. I thought I had turned the video off. The recorder button off.
When you record bits, stop.
You stop.
Stop.
And
rather than record like an endless loop.
Loop. I thought I had, but I was walking along into.
Yeah, well, you put that you thought you'd stop the video. Basically, I explained for you.
Go on then.
In English, because there's probably only English people listening.
Okay.
But I will put subtitles up for Susan's dyslexic ramblings, which might be an idea, because we could put subtitles now, can't we, on the thing? I'll have to see if I can get the subtitles.
Nah, it's just I'm tired.
No, I know. I'm just tired. So you put the camera down and it was still going. So you get
lovely pictures of me feet
upside down and lots of Susan's leg, and that did happen, didn't it?
Oh, that was because I fell on my bottom.
No, here, tell you the truth, at Broadway.
Yeah, I've done that a few times now.
We was walking down the town doing the filming for today, for the show.
Yeah, I know.
And she goes, look, there's a charity shop. Let's have a look. We like to look in and see if there's any puzzles and any interesting books, which there's never many in anymore. So they don't seem to have any good books anymore.
Sadly,
you used to get some really good crime books, but there hasn't been anything that's any good anymore. And a big complaint of a lot of people, including myself, is how expensive have all these charity shops got. Some of the ones in town, they're charging £20 to £30 for pairs of shoes, which are old and some of them are a bit grubby.
Well, getting back to what we were saying,
and it's dearer than what you can buy new.
I just left it filming.
Yes, you left it filming, and so we've got an upside down view of the charity shop coming out, Susan's leg, me walking with my walking stick.
Yeah, but what was funny, because I did it the other week, and I put it in the bag, so it filmed the boot of the car.
Yeah, it filmed the boot of the car. So a nice dark film with the boot of the car, which is quite handy.
I'm getting very good at this upside down filming. I am.
You are, yes. You're in the upside down. Yes, you have watched that, haven't you?
Oh, Stranger Things. Yes, that's what
they go into the upside down, and that you film from the upside down.
For goodness, what I'll come up with next.
Right. Music.
Go
on
then.
Again. Smoke gets in your eyes, which it probably would with you. The Platters. Especially when you set fire to something.
I've never set fire to anything.
Not yet.
No.
8 Miles High, The Birds, and Rock Around the Clock, Bill Haley and his Comets.
Update on your foot.
Yes, went to hospital today at Gloucester. First of all, we get 20 minutes behind their running first. I thought, that's not too bad. Then the nurse comes out and goes, sorry, everybody. She rubs off the 20 minutes and puts 40 up. So I thought, okay, it wasn't as bad as the other week, which was an hour, the other month, so an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
So goes in to see the surgeon. He said, first of all, they thought I'd had my operation and this was a follow-up.
He seems a bit cross to start with.
No. Yeah, I think they thought I'd cancelled because he seemed to be a bit grumpy with me. And I said, I've been to hospital twice, sat in the ward twice on 2 different weeks to be cancelled at the very last minute. And he goes, oh, yes. He looked at me, he goes, oh, yeah, I see that. He goes, oh, right, what happened there? I goes, I don't know. I said, you overran somebody, the surgeon, and they cancelled me twice. So sent me down to an X-ray just to see, because he said it's been 10 weeks now.
He wasn't sure if he could see you again either, was he?
Well, because I'm only here 5 minutes and I'm go for an X-ray. And I thought, yeah, the last time we was in there, we went for a blood test. It took an hour.
We were about 20 minutes, weren't we?
Yeah,
about 20 minutes, half an hour.
I had 4 X-rays, a bent up foot one on my foot, then a standing one. Then I had to put my foot on the side, then I had to stand up higher to see how my foot, how the flat of the foot's going. So 4 X-rays. Come back thinking, well, he's going to be gone because this was about half an hour.
Yeah.
Anyway, he called me in and said, okay, X-rays are back. It's instant, because it's all digital now, isn't it? So that everything's instant instead of film. They used to have to do the film, didn't they? He said basically my foot's been healing really great. I've not done any more damage to it.
Unfortunately.
But the major problem I've got now, apart from it seems to be healed good, is the ligament. The ligament that is on the big toe is twisted to the right, so I might need surgery. He said, but now it's not important because it's too late.
Yeah.
And he did admit it's their fault. He said, I am sorry. He said, we've really messed you about.
Yeah.
Now it's too late for me to have the surgery to have the plate put in my foot because it's already healed.
Yep.
And they can't put plate in now unless they rebroke it, and that'd be pointless.
Yeah.
So my foot's healed up in its own fashion, probably not perfect.
Yeah.
The ligament's still twisted off to the right, which I might need
surgery on.
But I've got to go back and maybe have some physiotherapy. Maybe they can get it.
He's going to get you in the next 2 weeks,
so I don't know what's going to happen
see somebody.
Now.
Yeah.
But he did admit now, he said basically the boat sailed on that option of having a plate in.
Yeah.
And it's not my fault. This is all down to the hospital. I know it's not their fault in a way because they're underfunded by the government. It's the government's fault. They've messed me up.
Yeah.
And maybe now my foot's going to be in constant pain, which is basically down to the hospital, but also majorly down to the government.
Yeah.
Because there's no money, is there, for the hospitals? They're taking it away. Because I got cancelled. Otherwise, the first operation was over 6 weeks ago I'd have had.
Yeah.
And it would have been a plate. And then I'd have had a cast on for 6 weeks. I'd have had the cast off by now.
Yeah.
But anyway, what can you do? Can't do nothing about it.
We were very lucky. We come across the after ends of an accident as well, didn't we? We were very lucky.
Yeah, we're just coming back from Gloucester. We come back through Tewkesbury because it's a safer way normally. Just about to come onto the M5 and the traffic is dead stopped.
Yeah.
And I said, Susan, there's got to be an accident some up the road. About 5-10 minutes, it all started moving. We got on. It was pretty clear.
Yeah.
And when I checked the news, it said apparently, I think it said 3 or 4 cars have been involved in an accident further up the M5 with a lorry.
Yeah.
Then we comes back all down past, went back to Broadway for coffee.
Broadway Tower.
Yeah, Broadway Tower way. And Fish Hill at the very bottom, just coming out of there at the Broadway, there was another major accident. Police across the road, blocking the road off. So we had to go different way home, and we ended up circling almost all the way back to come up.
It was a nice drive.
We had to basically go to 30 minutes to come back nearly on the same road, but past the police blockade, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it was virtually like 10 feet away from where we was.
Yes.
And it took us about half an hour. But unfortunately, when we come back, we saw the car.
Yes.
There was 2 cars, and it looks like somebody had hit the window screen from the inside, obviously. And I think that's a pretty nasty accident.
Yes.
So we only saw 2 cars. I just hope there's not a motorbike involved.
Yeah.
Because Fish Hill is a very twisty, turny track, sort of like the Isle of Man type thing. And you'll notice when the Isle of Man racing's on, motorbike racing, we get a lot of motorbikes here, and they do tend to tear up and down there because it's that sort of twisty, turny track road, but it's like a race track. Yeah. And unfortunately, they do it all the time, and there must have been a lot of accidents there. I just hope there hasn't been one today because it looked pretty nasty.
Yeah. Talking of actually come back, we got coffee. Otis and Bell coffee. Pete's got a complaint.
Oh, yes. Well, Otis and Bell in here is the best coffee in Morton in the Marsh. Yeah. So Otis and Bell have got a cafe in Broadway.
So I said,
we'll stop off because I was really thirsty. I had nothing to drink or eat all day, because of the hospital. So he comes back, I'll go to Otis and Bell. Going to be nice cocoa for Susan, nice coffee for me. Well, it wasn't. It was very milky coffee and very milky cocoa. It wasn't up to standard of the one here.
No,
very disappointed.
It goes to show you that it depends on who makes it.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect here, but that wasn't. But I reckon because it's in Broadway and they get more visitors than we do, they probably water it down. It's not, it's to sell it to the tourists, maybe. I don't know, but it wasn't very nice.
No.
And that was a big letdown because I thought, well, it's going to be the same because it's the same shop, but it wasn't.
Okay, so any more music?
Yes. What can't be Pretty Little Black something. Pretty Little Black Eyed Susie.
I will be
Guy Mitchell.
Yeah.
I'd like to teach the world to sing by the New Seekers, and Dizzy, which is I was Dizzy before, but I'm not anymore, by Tommy Rowe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew, okay.
Yeah, go on then.
We wanted to talk to you about some hobbies, didn't we?
Yes.
Has anybody tried geocaching? Because we love it. We haven't did it for a while.
Explain what it is.
Or geocache.
Our 2 listeners might not understand.
Or geocaching is...
They're knocking on a bit. They probably don't know about things like this, do they?
A group of coordinates on a map that you're given, and you go and find little boxes. and these coordinates will lead you to a
treasure hunt.
Yeah,
you don't get to keep what you find. You just put your name on a little piece of paper, don't you?
Yeah, you could take a little something out the box, and they like you to put something back. It's like a swappie, isn't it?
Yeah, you can put like a coin in, your local coin, or
little things like that.
Badge,
but
like a little badge or something.
Have actually done it at quite a few places. We've done it in Somerset, we've done it in Devon, we've been down to Weymouth, haven't we?
Dawlish.
We've done it all over the place.
Cheddar.
Yes, and Pete's still frustrated because there was one in Cheddar here to this day.
By the church,
and it's eluding him,
and we can't find it.
And it's been bothering him for a long time. But we haven't done it for a while. But so if anybody looking for a hobby to do with
it's great
on their own, or with grandkids or their kids, you can go onto a site. It's called geocaching. You just pull it in and it's there. You don't have to pay for a subscription. You just go and look for the free ones.
Yeah, and what it is, there'd be a little box hidden. Like one of them in Dorset was a little bolt. It looked like an actual bolt from a fence, but
that was in Dawlish. That was in I
didn't say Dawlish. I said Dorset.
Oh, Dorset. Okay, sorry.
No, it was Dorset. Next to the cordite, the old cordite factory.
Yes, along from there. Yeah,
from there.
It was Only Fools and Horses, Geo, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was like a bolt. It was in the
fence.
And
you didn't notice?
No, but it was. They are cleverly hidden, but it's up to you. It's like a treasure hunt puzzle find. It's really good fun.
And you really do have to look because, like Pete said, it was a bolt. You wouldn't think it was there.
Families do it for their kids because it's a treasure hunt, and you do get to find something. Yeah. And if you take something with you, you can do a little swap. Like
you can have a
pen or
you can get a little machine to do it.
Yeah,
a little GPS machine, or you can do it on your phone. You can do it. It's if you get it right, it's quite fun. But as I said, you don't have to buy a subscription. If you buy a subscription, obviously you'll get more ones open to you. Yeah, because a lot of them you don't.
Yeah, a lot of them are locked. Again, they're locked behind a paywall.
Yeah. But you can do it without a paywall.
And there's all shapes and sizes of these boxes. Some of them are like
tiny little things,
tiny match boxes.
But then we've summoned some of them in really big,
big like sandwich boxes, and they've got loads of stuff in there. There's always a bit of paper in there where you put
your name and your date,
on it and when you found it.
Oh, some people put where they're from and all, and little messages to people.
People do it all over the place.
And we have been we've done quite a few in churches. They've got a special church one, haven't they? There's so many in the collection. Now there is a hobby that we don't know if anybody's tried it, but if you have, let us know. It's called magnet fishing.
Yes.
And now that is something we want to try. Apparently,
it's quite a big size magnet.
It's a hefty,
a very powerful magnet,
and you'll have a bit on a cord, and
a big piece of rope or
whatever,
a strong cord. It's got to be.
And then you sort of throw it in rivers and canals, and then you see what you can pull out.
People have been finding all sorts of stuff.
They find guns and all doing it.
You watch the ones on America, and they're often calling the police in because they found these guns that have been involved in crime and all. And sometimes it's just a normal gun somebody's chucked, and they get them back. Because over there you can get them back. You wouldn't hear, I don't think.
But it's interesting for people to find safes, isn't they? Yeah. And all sorts.
Some people do it to clean up a canal.
Yeah, and it's a fun way to do it.
They can pulled out shopping trolleys, bike frames, and some people just do it.
Yeah, to clean up the canals.
They help clean up the canals.
And it's a fun way of doing it.
Chuck a load of rubbish in.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of fun. As long as sometimes you've got to get permission because you know what people are like.
But if you're an idiot, people can be idiots. But if you're sensible, you don't go stand by a fisherman and chuck a magnet in the river.
No,
you don't.
Not really, no.
No, because he might chuck you in as well. But I mean, you go somewhere where there's no fisherman or anything, and just go and do it quietly,
obviously
can't you?
Not on private land unless you've got permission.
Yeah.
But, it's a bit of fun again. And
it's free. It's a free hobby.
And it can be helped to tidying up places.
So if anybody's tried that or anybody fancies having a go, let us know because it would be interesting to know. So that is called magnet fishing.
Yes. So, right.
Okay.
Stop in the Name of Love, the Supremes.
Okay.
Tears by Ken Dodd. Singing in the Rain, Gene Kelly. Words, the Bee Gees. Okay. And there's a few more. I probably won't bother reading them out. I'll just put a link up because
we got quite a good playlist, don't we?
Yeah.
So have a look at that.
24 minutes.
Another thing we want to try, and if anybody's tried it, please let us know. We want to have a go at I can't think of that word now. Metal detecting.
We're going to put Bernie on in a minute when we finish. We'll put Bernie on at the end if that's all right.
Yeah,
it's done a little poem that Jackie put on Facebook, and he's read it out. It's a nice little one, so we'll put him on at the end, if that's all right.
Wordsworth, I do believe it was.
Talking quite a lot.
Oh no, we just fancied
metal detecting. That'd be
interesting.
Yeah,
we do fancy him, and that's right. So if anybody had a go, tell us what it's like, because it's something we want to try.
And then again, some people have found some really amazing coins, haven't they? Roman coins and all.
It's just we try and find, some people say that they're expensive. Also, well, they don't have to be expensive. You can go down the cheap roads, can't you?
You can do, yeah.
So okay, then put Bernie on there.
Okay, so
he's reading Wordsworth.
We're gonna. Is it Wordsworth? Is it?
I'm sure he said it was Wordsworth.
Okay,
and then you'll pull it on, and you'll prove me completely wrong. It wasn't Wordsworth. I don't know.
We'll put it on now then.
I'm going to do something different this week. I'm going to read a poem. This one I can read because I'm pretty sure it's free of copyright. It's one by William Wordsworth, and no, it's not the Daffodils one. This is one, and I've got to thank Jackie for this. She shared it on Facebook, but it's a lovely little one. Another one by William Wordsworth. Lines written in the early spring, and I think it's quite poignant. I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in a grove I sat reclined. In that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and how much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. Through primrose tufts in that green bower the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least of motions which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man?
Thank you very much, Bernie. That was absolutely fantastic again. So we're really loving Bernie's readings. Okay, so we're going to call it a day there. So from Susie, she says goodbye. And I'm just going to say, hope you enjoyed the video and us talking. And I'll link the playlist, and I'll link Bernie's website, Station Master's Choice for commentaries and more. And I'll link mine and Susie's. So thank you very much for watching and listening and commenting if you're in the chat. Until next week, thank you and goodbye.